Yo, so we back one more again. Look at everybody on time. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's here. All 4. Oh man, what a blessing to have everybody here.
That's some shade. Was that shade?
Oh, it's definitely shade.
Yo, you heard
it's a bit of this.
Yo, that was crazy shade.
It's a bit of this Brooklyn shade for you. This Brooklyn. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to Bearded Wrestling. I got my boy Dre Rumble here. He's a humble pastor. All over.
Yeah.
My boy Cisco. Cisco, what does your shirt say?
Make it stop. It's not a wrestling shirt.
But you're not gonna be eating like that and then saying make it stop.
Listen, these things will bless your life, all right? Those annihilators.
It's the snack time for me.
No, not snack time. Yo.
It's the snack time for me.
Will, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
What's going on? How you doing?
He's got the Undisputed Era shirt on.
Man, the death of an era, man.
Even they did, but yeah.
Death of an era, man.
Can't front. They were one of the best stables.
Yeah.
Yo, that shirt is like $10 on the shop.com.
I know. Did you see the new Funko Pop for the Fiend?
Say it again.
Who?
The new Funko Pop for the Fiend.
No, I need it.
It's like $15. The Christmas one, bro.
I need it.
They just put it up.
Only got 2 pops in my whole collection. I have The Miz. I have Darth Vader. So,
No wrestlers?
I said The Miz.
Oh, besides, I mean, you count him as a wrestler?
Oh man, wow.
No.
I'm playing.
We're not doing
We're not
this.
going to disrespect the Miz tonight. Wait a minute.
We're not doing this.
We might
not going to disrespect the Miz.
We might.
Yeah,
This might be possible that we will disrespect The Miz tonight. So
yeah, bro.
before we get there, because you're trying to push me for this time, huh? Let's do what we do. Listen, follow us on all social media platforms. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. That's bearded_wrestling. On YouTube, it's just regular Bearded Wrestling. On Instagram, follow us. We're always on there. I try to get these other guys that, to put up content, but I end up doing the most of the work, and that's okay because
you do, but in my defense, I'm getting ready to make, because the post that you put up, I don't want to put too much wrestling content on my music and pastoral page, so I'm gonna have to make a wrestling page.
Well, here's the thing. That's for off air. Amen. But
yeah, off air.
I'm gonna start. I got a wrestling page. I just didn't.
Nonetheless, if you guys would just send me the content, I would put it on the page.
I'll do that.
It's not the Jay Bozo.
I got caught up.
Jay Bozo wrestling page. It's the Bearded Rep.
Bearded. Wait. First of all, Cisco looked like he was about to get fired. He was like, I got caught up.
I did.
I still got some of my
videos. I just got caught up. That's all.
Okay.
Jamie, I still got some of my video on too. I didn't do that.
Sure you do.
Listen, I was trying to do it today.
First of all,
listen, my excuses. I got an Android.
Well, you get fired. You get fired.
Yo, Will, you the dude that don't do homework and always got an excuse.
Yo, listen, I got an Android, man. I can't.
That's a very good excuse.
Without my video getting deleted.
Yeah.
Thank you. See?
That's a real good excuse. You got an Android.
I have an Android.
And I'm the only one with an Android. I'm probably the only one with an Android too.
Right?
Yeah.
Definitely we would have just a regular Apple a group chat, but you can't.
I don't soon come. I promise.
Will has an Android. I don't know why you backslid.
You know what,
come
man?
on, man. Come back. Come back.
Come back.
We had him on this side.
Y'all did for a little bit.
And he was happy over here. I don't know
what
happened.
I was okay.
All right, here we go. Because talking about him and his androids will just upset me. It will piss me off, and then I'll move to the rest of the show. And I don't want to do that because my brother.
But it's a Samsung. It's a Samsung. Man.
That's an Android.
It still sucks.
Yeah, it does for the moment. Right now, it does.
Let's do what we came here to do, and that's talk wrestling, and not about his horrible Android phone.
Yeah.
Cisco, you're up. Hit us with hot topics.
All right. So, hot off the press. Got a lot of stuff going on. I want to give big shout outs to, first and foremost, Awesome Kong, who retired this past weekend. What can I say about Awesome Kong? I mean, one of the most dominant females in wrestling history, a champion in her own right, a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
In her own right. And, we wish her the best and, much success into all the endeavors that she's going to go forward in her life.
Hey, Dre. You ever heard of Awesome Kong?
So
we're moving on.
No. Here's the thing about Awesome Kong. I don't get the big deal.
What?
I don't want to meet. I don't.
Yo, what?
I'll mute myself.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You want to mute yourself?
Well, I like Dre. I like Dre because he doesn't mind muting himself when he's wrong. That's good.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
You wrong.
I don't get
you
the
wrong.
No. All right. So to me,
no, you're muted, bro. We don't want to hear you.
No, the time she was starting to hit her peak.
Do your homework.
No, to me.
I can say this.
At the time she was starting to hit her peak, I believe either she had a miscarriage or she had a baby.
I could say this. I get what you're saying as far as her. Every time she was about to be
like to me, her.
Yeah, I get it.
Now I do remember the beef, the rival. Like to me, I did enjoy the rivalry between her and Gail Kim. I did enjoy it. But I just feel like she didn't really get it. That's why I'm like, it's not a big deal to me.
You just feel like she didn't get her just due.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Not that. Like, I just felt, it's kind of like Brandon Roy. Like, when she was really starting to hit her peak, like, she left. Or, the difference is he got injured.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she's trash. Like, she wasn't trash, but I just didn't get a chance to fully enjoy her.
Thanks for clearing that up, Doc, because we was about to be like, what?
Because Jamie had one thing, and then he'd be ready to, but Knicks fans, they used to be in disappointment.
Yo, that's a shot, bro.
First of all, Drake muted himself before I could do it. He muted himself before I could do it because he knew it was coming, bro. Yo, you see it. It's everywhere I go, bro. It's everywhere I go. All right. Cisco, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Let's see. What else is in the news? Shout out to Trevor Murdoch, who defeated Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis had
Why is that a hot topic, sis? Why is that a hot topic?
Oh. First of all, the man had the title for 1,000 days.
Who cares about Trevor Murdoch?
Hold on. I got this.
Oh my God, yo. I'm sorry.
I'm muting everybody. That was very disrespectful, Andre. That was very disrespectful. Okay?
Who cares, bro?
Bro, why are you back? You've been muted. Okay? Cisco, you could come back. Come on. Will, you could come back. But this guy, Dre, no good. Listen. Wait, listen. Listen. It's not so much about Trevor Murdoch itself, but it's the prestige of the NWA title.
1,000 days, bruh. 1,000 days.
Well, it just lost its prestigiousness being the fact that Trevor Murdoch is holding it.
I don't think he's gonna hold it for long.
No.
But I feel like,
why give it to him, bro? Like, you don't, like, there was nobody else at NWA
They could have gave it to James Storm, actually.
Right. Like, there was nobody else.
Or Willie Max.
Yes.
Was there anybody else they could have given it to besides, like, Trevor Murdoch?
They could have gave Ric Flair last month.
Right. Ric Flair could have been the 18th, the 17th world champion.
Will, you're muted. Will, you're muted. Listen,
I think anybody but Trevor.
I think we also still have to remember that wrestling is about the good old boys, and ain't nobody no more good old boys than
Trevor Murdoch.
No, than the NWA.
Then Crockett. Period.
So, but I still think it was history, and I'm happy that the NWA is getting some type of viewership more than what it once was. I definitely want to go to one of their shows. It's very nostalgic. So I would love to go to one of their shows. Cisco, keep going, bro.
All right, let's see. Speaking of NWA, Ric Flair's promo was dope. It was dope. Showed a lot of love to Vince, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, his people.
Absolutely.
Just to let everybody know that, there's no love lost. And he appreciated Mick Vince for everything that he allowed to happen for his career. But that was a good thing.
I mean, listen, he talked about almost everybody on that show.
Yeah. Gave
a little AEW teaser, all around. And I think if anybody should be able to do it, it should be Rick.
I want him to go home now. I really do. I want him to go home.
I agree.
I want him to go home.
If Rick has to go home, so does the bum show and bum him.
I want all of them to go home.
I agree.
Mark Henry.
Well. But
as well.
I don't want
Jamie, we said that though.
Okay,
we said that though.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the.
We said that.
There's another WCW basically. That's what.
Right. We said that though.
I don't want to see them on commentary.
Yeah, I agree.
I said that though. I said I don't want to see Sting. I don't want to see Paul White. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Christian.
It takes away. It takes away.
Yeah.
All the attention from the younger stars right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
don't even want to see CM Punk. But I get why everybody is hyped. But I don't even. Yo,
I'm gonna say this.
He sat in the ring. He sat in the ring and gave a bad promo. But go ahead, Will.
Hold on, no. I'm muting you guys, because if I don't, we're not gonna be able to get past these hot topics, because I believe that Mr. Punk will be in our main segment, so we're just gonna hold that off. Cisco, you're up, man. Finish up, bro.
Speaking of AEW, there was word that Jim Ross was supposedly falling back from commentary full time.
Everybody round applause.
But he's commented. He made a comment that said he doesn't know where that came from. So that source is not credible.
Crap.
Really?
Source is not credible.
Well,
he said on his Twitter, he said, "This is news to me." So,
but that's sad.
Yeah,
I had high hopes.
Not sad.
No, it is. I had high hopes.
I would rather hear Jericho, honestly.
I'd rather hear one of us. It's sad. I thought that they were gonna really like.
I want somebody to go find Joey Styles. That's what I want somebody to go do.
You know what? I don't think Joey's gonna go to AEW though. Out of all the places, he's gonna end up back. If he does, he's gonna end up back in WWE, bro. Trust me.
He's not gonna want to be in there because they're all about image. And he made a comment in Major League Wrestling. That's where he was last. He made a comment there, and that's why he got fired. So he's kind of blackballed right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't see him coming back to the E. And honestly, for all the flack that we do give AEW, they're pretty clean cut for a lot of things, and I don't think he would be able to like cut it there because of how like.
Wait! You said clean cut from what? From what?
Commentating.
Oh, okay. All right. So, all right.
In their commentating sense.
All right. I thought you were talking about some of the promos. I'm like,
no. He just tried to go overboard because he's trying to beat the E. So, keep going, bro. What else you got?
Going back to the WWE, there's a new class in the Performance Center, and one of them is Jonathan Fatu.
Yeah.
AKA little brother to the Usos, cousin to Roman Reigns. So we got another Samoan star possibly on the way. There's some other people also. I don't know if you guys remember Bo Buchanan. His son is one of the new recruits. I think it was about 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, it's
but Fatu stood out amongst all of them.
Of course,
Jessica
and Daryl Dawkins' son,
Brady Booker. That's not his son.
No, isn't that like his nephew or something?
But he's related to him, right?
Yeah, it's his nephew.
Yeah, that's his nephew.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's actually the last recruit. He's the last trainee of Devon Dudley.
Yeah.
Last one. So look out for them. You know, they'll probably be in NXT within the next couple, definitely before the year's out.
So do you feel? Let me ask you a question. Do y'all feel NXT as far as the new recruits? Do you think they still have a chance? Because I know, I heard Vince want bigger guys in NXT, and I heard he took not full control, but I heard he's now doing more control over NXT and everything.
It's not that. What it is Vince wants more in-house, homegrown stars. He doesn't want to touch the independent area no more.
Okay. I can respect it a little bit.
We don't want to touch indie wrestlers at all.
I can respect that.
AEW can have them all.
I can respect it.
And he wants to do that because he wants to. One of the main things they were saying was, he wants to create their moveset. He wants them to be shown how to wrestle the WWE way. Whereas, and I do respect it because now it's like, yo, you can't. If you with the indie stars, a lot of them complain because it's like, yo, I can't do as much. I can't, he changes their moveset, so they end up complaining, and that's another topic for another show.
Yeah.
I got a lot to say concerning that. But
I will say this: Vince is very big on keeping to maybe like a 20 set moves, 25. Like he has the set of what he likes, and that's his brand of wrestling. And I think the only time these guys are able to showcase their moves is at WrestleMania. He allows, I think,
or maybe the big four. I call them the big four.
Yeah.
I think he allows more in certain situations, but he's trying to keep a style of wrestling, and a lot of the independent wrestling almost becomes like completely hardcore. And that's
not just that, but it becomes more aerial than anything too. A lot of flying, high flying.
So with the new class,
and what it does is he allows their careers to be longer.
Yeah. And some of these moves that they do,
it's safe because it's safer.
I agree.
It's
so with
safer.
the new class right now, right? Where do y'all see NXT headed in your opinion, as far as I
don't see some of them going to NXT. Honestly, I don't see some of them going to NXT. I see some.
Okay.
They definitely gonna push
I see some. Well, the thing is, he was already on the indie scene.
Right. He was in NLW.
He was already on the indie scene. I think his thing now transitioning is turning him into a WWE wrestler, and then once that happens, you already know where he going.
Yeah. He's going straight to
He's going straight to the bloodline.
You already know. You already know where he going. Right.
Good. Cisco,
he should. Right. That's what I was about to say. As he should.
Cisco, you got anything else, my guy?
Yeah. As we all know, All Out is Sunday. A lot of news behind it.
Wake me up from my nap when you finish.
Shut your mouth. They're saying that Daniel Bryan
will
be there. He said Daniel Bryan will be there because they don't want to take a chance with the whole COVID situation, waiting until New York. So they want to get it over and done with now. We all know this is CM Punk's return. He's facing Darby Allin. I think it's about 9 matches. That's
so let me ask you a question. What do you
that AEW card looks trash.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see?
It's very TNA-ish.
Daniel Bryan fitting in.
I don't.
Like where what is he gonna? What do you think he's gonna?
I don't see him fitting in.
He could fit in with. They gotta put him with somebody technical.
Hey, Daniel Bryan is a WWE wrestler.
No, but I'm talking about his first few.
I think he could blend in any setting.
He's first of all,
he's a homebred.
You gotta remember,
he's not a homebred.
Right.
He started
no. He started off at He started off with Ring of Honor.
Nobody knows about that. You know.
That's not true. That's not true.
You know him from
all right, Jamie. You know I normally agree with you sometimes, but
they know.
Stop it.
Brian, they know Bryan Danielson, or they know Red Dragon.
But
they know.
But where I do agree with you in that sense, and I think this is why you have smart wrestlers like Edge, smart wrestlers like who else came back from a serious injury to come back to wrestle, but
Angle.
Vince McMahon puts them in the best. I'm talking more like recently, like people who were, but yeah, okay, you can use HBK. I'm pretty sure other promotions was throwing whatever at them, but Vince McMahon is going to put them in a situation where they can work safe.
Right.
I feel like, and I don't know if y'all saw this. I meant to share it or maybe it was in the room, where somebody did a comparison between WCW and AEW.
Yeah, sorry.
Now my thing is, I don't care how much creative control you give a wrestler. I'm with Vince McMahon. And the reason why I'm with Vince McMahon, when it comes to certain things as far as filtering wrestlers' ideas, is because sometimes it can go too far. We seen that with Vince Russo when you don't put a leash on certain people. Now, my thing is, if I'm not saying I don't want you to be great, at the end of the day, I want you to be able to go home to your children. My fear is Daniel, is Brian, Dan, whatever, getting hurt. My fear, even with Sting, is getting hurt. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand in your mind you want to go, but Sting, you got to remember, what is Sting? 60? Pushing 60?
At least 70.
He is 60.
Like, bro, yeah, like, let it go. And like Jamie said, then you got niggas like Oldberg, but I kind of understand why they're put in the spot that they're put in, because it's like, yo, all right, Goldberg, give us the best 3 to 5 minutes you could give us. That's all. That's Vince thinking smart. Now, I'm pretty sure if Goldberg went to AEW, they'll try to put him in a 10, 15-minute match where his body can't take that. So, I think with CM Punk, I think with Brian, with Daniel Bryan, the hype is going to go down, just like with Jon Moxley, and it's going to go back to, the usual, whatever it is.
And let me tell you, the matches over in AEW, they're not for the faint at heart. As wrestlers, you got to go over there and you got to put your body on the line.
Yeah.
Because they don't have great stories. They don't have great plots. So what they got are crazy matches where sometimes you're like cringing or you're looking at stuff and
but let's keep it real. Their crazy matches don't compare to what WWE does. As far as like, all right, fences. Look at the cage match that MJ3 and Chris Jericho had when he fell up when they had I think it was a 5-on-5. And he fell up the cage.
He was going to die. I thought he was dead, bro.
And then you see when he landed, it was like mad foam. It looked terrible, bro. Like, so those matches, that's not like a Hell in a Cell, like with, Mankind.
Yeah.
We also got to remember the level of professionalism and experience that comes with the WWE is unmatched. And the stuff that they do now, they've been doing for 20 and 30 years. They got this stuff down to a T. We have Tony Khan and them who are still completely wet behind the ears. And yes, you have wrestlers who've been doing it for a long time, but they're not producers. They don't know how to completely make the show completely what it's supposed to be yet. So, they're working.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Wait. I'm glad you mentioned that because I just saw something where there's becoming an issue now on Raw where they have Raw written out, like, beginning of the day,
and Vince
then 6 o'clock. Vince like, I need something new.
Hey man, I don't know if you know, but that ain't new.
I know it's not new, but I'm just saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I know it's not new, but what I'm saying is now it's becoming more consistent, though.
Hey, bro, it's been consistent. I don't know where you've been, but Vince been doing that for a long time, weekly.
But he ain't doing it on SmackDown.
Yes, too. But I feel like with SmackDown, and see, what people don't understand about Vince McMahon is they feel like he doesn't listen to the fans, but he does.
But it's not the fans that he gotta listen to right now. Right now, it's the networks. It's the networks.
No. He'll change something within a minute's time because he heard boos, or last week he heard something. Vince listens to the fans, so you have to look at Vince is doing what's best for wrestling. You could say that, Will, but you know what? You're wrong. You know why you're wrong? Say
how am I wrong? How am I wrong?
I'm so glad you asked.
Yes.
Kofi Mania.
He had no choice, though. He had no choice, bro.
That's right. Kofi Mania.
He had no choice. If what's his name never got injured, Kofi wouldn't have been in the main event.
Doesn't matter. No. It wasn't about him being injured.
But okay. I'll get you.
The blunt of it is because the fans would have rioted.
Okay.
Listen.
But that's how Kofi Mania got started because Ali got hurt.
Right.
Thank you. Hey, let me tell you what happened. What happened to Kofi?
What I'm saying is,
what happened to him? He lost a match in 3 seconds.
If the fans didn't push it, he would have never got that chance for Kofi Mania. Vince does listen. Does he do it all the time? No. And guess what? He would be stupid to listen to us all the time because most fans are stupid and they don't know what they're talking about. That's right. I said it.
You know why? Because most of them are cashiers at Wawa.
Yeah, they're waiters. They're waiters at Applebee's and GameStop.
Right. You can't tell. Like, how was a cashier at Wawa going to tell a multi-billion-dollar dude who's been doing this longer than some of these wrestling fans been alive? And then I look at some of these chats and Facebook groups that I'm in. Jamie is 100% right. These niggas don't even know what they were talking about.
Retarded.
I get some of this stuff.
Retarded.
Especially some of these AEW fans.
Let me say this though. Do y'all feel right now, and be honest, your honest opinion, do you feel Vince is out of touch right now?
He's old.
And be honest.
He's old.
So you do agree
he's
that
been
he's
out of touch for the past 15 years.
Okay.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
But here's the thing.
Vince
I want to say 15.
has been out of touch for the past 15 years.
Now, first of all, what you're gonna do is take your words and go somewhere else when you're talking about my presiding bishop.
Oh God.
Bro, he's my presiding bishop too, but we don't always have to agree. We don't always gotta agree.
Don't you talk about the chief apostle.
We don't always gotta agree.
Hey,
I don't have to always agree with everything. I'm not gonna leave the Reformation, but I can still disagree with some decisions my chief apostle make.
And you do that off of air. You don't air out our business out in front of these.
Oh, now we Kojic. So we Kojic now?
I've never been. I'm apostolic.
Oh my God.
You don't air out.
Let me get these two last ones and then I'm finished.
In front of the people, huh?
Let me do these last two. So, all right. The 90-day compete thing, right?
Yes.
It's over as far tomorrow.
For Buddy Lee, right?
It'll be over for Buddy Murphy.
He's probably gonna be an Impact.
Braun Strowman.
Impact.
Lana. Ruby Riott. It's over for them.
Lana and Ruby Riott probably AEW.
I think Ruby and Braun are going to Impact.
Nah, Ruby's going to AEW.
Oh, okay.
I think
Buddy Murphy's going to Impact.
I think Ruby's going to AEW. I think
Lena's going to AEW.
Who's Lena?
Who's Lena?
I'm Lena. I'm sorry, my fault.
Who's Layla?
Yeah. Yo, you know what I meant. Sorry about that. I think she's going to AEW. You think where's she going?
She's going to work at Hooters.
Nah, she's going to be with her husband, bro.
On Queens Boulevard.
You stupid.
She's good. Oh, that's
what she's doing.
That's
Hooters is disgusting, by the way.
Terrible, bro.
That's foul, bro.
All right, last thing. Nia Jax and Charlotte Flair.
Woo!
Now, in the midst of the match, in the midst of the match, to my understanding, I think Charlotte kicked her, and it connected a little too hard. And then a cat fight just happened because, I mean, that's just what it was. It was just a bunch of slapping. Nia was trying to pick her up, but couldn't. And then it was just like, it was like watching like watching old ECW all over again. It was just like, what are y'all doing?
It got real.
It was real.
Yeah.
I think in my opinion, I think they're gonna act.
What'd you say, Will?
I think they're gonna act off of that. I think like that's gonna
yeah,
they have to.
Vince actually liked it.
I was just reading something, because I have to step my game up, so now I get all notifications and stuff. They said that it looked like what it was, but they got back on course, finished the match. The match was supposed to end like that. They said that there was no altercation in the back. So they're still following the story, but as of right now, like, it happened in the ring. They left it in the ring, and there was nothing that happened after that.
They're professionals, so I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
Yeah, this is not going to be a Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels thing. It ain't going to be one of them things. This is just.
But they are going to capitalize on
that real heat that they had. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart produced some dope matches, minus the Montreal Screwjob, and the match was dope up until that point.
Hey, guess what? The Montreal Screwjob is one of the greatest matches of all time.
That's why the match was great up until that point.
No, even that made it great, bro.
The hate made it even better.
Oh man, it's a classic moment in wrestling history. All right,
so that's it.
All right, man. What?
Back to you, Jamie.
The hot topics, man. They took us for a loop, man. And some of it actually kind of like tied into our main topics for today. And today's topic is the most overrated wrestlers.
I know who my number one most overrated wrestler is, and y'all gonna be mad at me, but I don't care.
All right, Dre, you're up then.
CM Punk.
I'm with you.
I don't know about number one.
No, he's number one. He's number one. So I'm talking about the fact, and I literally watched what was deemed a lot of his classic matches. Even from see, if you gave me CM Punk from Ring of Honor, I still wouldn't call him best in the world. But he had a lot better matches in Ring of Honor than he did in WWE. In WWE, I think his character work was better, where he found his personality, but the mouth that he had didn't add up to what he was producing in the ring. And to me, his best match in all of has to be that Money in the Bank with John Cena, and that's not saying much. So in my opinion, and it's just because the way he ran his mouth, the way he was talking, even after he left WWE, the way he put on this it's all about me, like you there's a bunch of wrestlers CM Punk could not hold a candle to. AJ Styles being one of them, James Storm being one of them, Bobby Roode from TNA being one of them. Like, there's a bunch of wrestlers I would put at that time above CM Punk. So for me, he's my number one.
Hey, guess what?
Most overrated wrestler of all time.
Wow. Guess what though? I'm picking Adam Cole over him too.
You picking who?
I'm saying I'm taking Adam Cole as a better wrestler than him.
Of course he is.
Oh yeah, that's baby Shawn Michaels. Hell yeah. That's baby HBK.
And let's look at what they say are his top 10 matches in WWE. You had it right on the number. Dre,
John Cena
Punk versus John Cena, Money in the Bank 2011. Number 2, CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2013.
Trash.
Right, there we go. Thank you. Again, Punk versus Cena on Raw in 2013. Why are we talking about a Raw match? Okay. Punk versus Bryant at Over the Limit 2012. Does anybody remember that?
Nope.
We're moving on.
But I watched it because I think this is the same list I saw on Google.
CM Punk versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 29.
Trash.
Thank you.
No, I agree. I agree with Dre. Like his earlier stuff.
Yeah,
Ring
but
of Honor stuff, indie stuff was dope. When he came to the two things could have happened. Either he just went out of steam and he used his best stuff back then, or he just didn't fit the system.
Yeah, he was probably limited to it, like you said. With
he's a good indie guy. He's a good indie guy.
Yeah, he just didn't fit the system.
He's a good indie guy. And
but we could say that if you say he's a good indie guy, we can say that about a lot of wrestlers at WWE.
Yeah.
No. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. But that has always been my issue with him. Like, he made himself bigger than what he really is. And even some of his cult following, I'm like, yo, like, let's be honest. Like, that nigga cannot hold a candle.
I mean,
a lot of these wrestlers.
I understand what you're saying, but I mean, he made a name for himself. I mean, isn't that what that's what they're supposed to do, right? Like,
to me, his best match was against Samoa Joe, but that was in Ring of Honor.
Okay,
that was his best matches.
Let me ask y'all a question. Are you taking CM Punk over Daniel Bryan?
Heck no. Hell no.
Nah.
Two different styles.
Yeah. Forget the style.
They may have the same popularity.
Forget the style.
It's two different styles.
Forget the style. I'm just saying, as an overall wrestling skills, mic work.
No, not. You just say all you had to say was wrestling skills. You don't got to say nothing else.
Yeah. Mic work, I don't know, man. That's a toss-up.
Yeah, mic work, no.
It's definitely a toss-up. Yeah.
Wrestling skills, no.
But here's the thing. In the overall package, he loses.
Yeah.
He loses.
Yeah.
His promo work catapulted him to somewhere that he could never accomplish, that he could never get to.
The pipe bomb. Let's keep it real. The reasoning for that is what? Do you think he had the momentum and then it just didn't go anywhere after that, right?
He never had great matches in WWE.
Okay, so you're saying the matches that he had, it wasn't great. But as far as everything else besides that,
he's not a great wrestler to me either.
All right, but what I'm saying is that,
most of his shtick was he lived, like, to me, he lived off of the pipe bomb. CM Punk is more of a, like, when I see him, he reminds me of that Janet Jackson song. Like, what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me?
Like, Like
I'm gonna say this.
The pipe bomb is historical. We get that because it broke the fourth wall. We get that. But after that I was watching. I don't know if y'all remember this. I was watching when he got into that feud with The Rock, and The Rock kind of called him out, like, "Yo, you wanted a revolution. It went nowhere. You promised ice cream bars. It went nowhere." Like, bro.
It did bring back the ice cream bars, by the way.
CM Punk just has a cult following.
20 years later.
He just has a cult following.
10 years later.
Yo, but all right, what about Nexus when he was with Nexus, or when he was?
That was trash too.
Trash.
Okay. That was trash.
I think I say this. I agree.
I didn't even like them as a stable, actually.
I'll say this. I agree with majority of the stuff that you're saying, but we can't disagree that he made a name for himself. And to this day, that's all people talk about is the pipe bomb, and he is where he's at because of that. I can agree with that, but he made a name for himself. So I mean, if you're not doing that, if you know what are you in the business for? You know what I'm saying?
Wrestling. At the end of the day, you're in the business for wrestling.
Yeah, but people like you said, y'all, we can sit here and agree that okay, he didn't have some great matches today. He wasn't a great wrestler. But at the end of the day, that pipe bomb put him in a place where now he's the most talked about guy in the sport of wrestling.
Who is? You know who is? Who? Brock Lesnar broke the internet. People lie, but no.
I'm going to say this. The reason why Brock Lesnar
people lie
is because
don't.
Let's just say it like this.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, Jamie.
Brock Lesnar's pop.
Let me say this.
The most.
Let me say this.
SummerSlam of all time, and he broke the internet.
I'm gonna say this. Understand this.
What are we talking about?
If Brock Lesnar would have came back, if it wasn't against Roman Reigns, if they didn't put him in it, it wouldn't have been the same. And come on, keep it real. It would not have been the same.
Bro, here's the thing. You love to make a good excuse.
No, it's no excuse. It's a fact.
And
if Brock Lesnar did not come back,
you know what makes CM Punk's return to wrestling so dope?
What
is that? They leaked the entire thing. That's called a build-up. They had to build that. Him coming out of nowhere wouldn't have worked.
They was in Chicago, bro.
No, and this is what I'm saying. Tony and CM Punk, when they started having their meetings, they planned to leak that crap.
Okay.
They never wanted it to be a secret. Why? Because they needed to build some anticipation for him to just come out of nowhere.
But let me ask you a question. Cisco, Dre, do you agree? If it wasn't Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman wasn't with Roman Reigns, that Brock Lesnar return wouldn't have been so big?
But bro, that's what makes wrestling. It's called a storyline.
Yeah, but no. What I'm saying is a storyline. But
they're
not wrestling. They're not wrestling at the streets. They wrestling in Saudi Arabia. He came back because of that. That's it. But you know he's not going to win a title there.
First of all,
let's keep it real. Nobody cares about Saudi. I don't care about those matches in Saudi Arabia because I know how it's going to end up.
Those matches are trash.
Yes, they're garbage, bro.
You might be smoking.
Come on, bro.
But I will say this.
Your strand of weed will must be really, really high.
Hold on. I'll say this.
No. If you won't say it. You won't say it.
He's gonna say it.
Listen.
Ready to win a championship.
Listen. If Brock,
he's on contract for over a year, and he's got like 8 matches. If you think he's coming back and he's not gonna get a belt, somebody about to get that belt up to that man.
He's not losing. He's not gonna get the belt from Roman, bro.
He gonna get it from somebody.
He's not getting it from Roman. That's a fact.
What I'm saying is this: if he would not, if I put it like this, CM Punk's would have mattered. Even like, okay, let's say Brock never showed up, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say the Becky thing did happen. That still wouldn't have been as big as CM
Punk return. Yes,
it wouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Brock, but Brock coming back, yes, the pop was bigger. He broke the internet. Yeah, listen. Like you said,
but what I said was
numbers don't lie.
What I said was the real reason why he got that pop is because of Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Let's keep it 100.
Are you mad because my chief?
No. I'm not mad. I'm keeping it real.
Mad because my presiding bishop knows how to make a plot?
Yo, I'm keeping it real.
Mad?
If he didn't come back,
are you mad that my prelate understands how to put stuff together?
Oh my God.
Jamie, hold on. Jamie, hold on. I remember vividly John Cena in the ring. I believe it was 2014, 2015. John Cena was in the ring. I don't know if he had just finished having a match or he was doing a promo. Brock Lesnar music hits. And the people are going nuts. He comes in and he F5s John Cena. The people are screaming their heads off. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar.
It's gold, bro.
His music hits after not being seen for since WrestleMania. People are going to go crazy. It doesn't matter what circumstance you put him in. As soon as they hear that guitar and that drum line, it's over.
And you know why?
He's gonna and what makes his pop serious is what Jamie said, because his comeback has intrigue. He didn't just come back, but the nigga came back and Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman has to be the greatest manager in history. His facial expression alone sold it.
It's nothing like it.
Roman Reigns has to be in the best position possible because he said so much without saying anything. Just the look between him and Heyman.
They told the story the way they told the story the same way Triple H and Undertaker told the story.
Right.
No words,
you, Jamie. Exactly.
No words. Just looked at each other and then went like this.
CM Punk's comeback was based off of the fact that the man hasn't wrestled in years. Everybody was anticipating the comeback, and let's not forget the nigga was in Chicago, which is his hometown. I'll be honest with you. I'm not interested in seeing him fight Darby Allin. I don't care about him fighting Darby Allin.
You know, but that's just to push Darby Allin. That's not has nothing to do with.
That's not the point, though. There's no intrigue, bro. Mm-hmm. There's no intrigue.
And Andre, hold on.
What?
Andre, and there's no implications to him fighting him.
So let me ask you a question right now.
Right.
You think him?
You come back after, no, I'm muting you. You come back after a 7-year hiatus. A 7-year hiatus. And the very first person you fight is Darby? That's who you fighting?
All right, well, listen. Let's not.
That is funny.
Let's not make Darby seem like he's. I want to say this.
I want to say this though. Do
Darby
y'all feel
gives good matches now?
Yes, but he's a young kid. He's a young kid.
Right.
Hey,
he's still got a bright future ahead of him.
To me, he should have I
get that.
Like a steel
but
chair.
you CM Punk, my nigga.
Yeah, that is Punk. I have to agree with that. I'm sorry, I agree with that.
He should have had a steel chair and went to Jericho's head.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
He should have went for one of the guys.
I agree.
Like to me, I don't need you coming back. Give me something freaking intriguing.
Yeah.
Give me something that's gonna make me want to watch every Wednesday.
Let us know that you didn't just come back for nostalgia.
Right.
Let me say that. Get over CM Punk for a second, right? I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all feel that Brock Lesnar taking on Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia? Do you think that's a bad move as far as him coming in and returning to fight?
I think it's a dumb move, but what I also love is, and I gotta give whoever does stuff with SmackDown. I know they give Paul Heyman a lot of creative control, but one thing Jamie has taught me that I look for now is appreciating the small things in the storyline, appreciating facial expressions, appreciating little gestures. It's not the major things. It's not the obvious things. It's the other things that what Roman has done since he's come back. The dynamic between him and the Usos. I remember a couple of weeks when and I still remember it because I'm like, yo, that look had to mean something. And Jamie, I don't know if you remember this. When who was the one that came back off of injury? I get them confused. Was that Jimmy?
Say that again.
Who came back from injury? Was it Jimmy?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So when Jimmy came back and Jimmy acknowledged him and Jimmy hugged him and the camera did a still shot and Jimmy's face was straight, it gave me eventually this nigga's gonna turn on Roman. It's little stuff like that. What they did with Heyman, locking the door, creating some type of distrust. Like, my nigga, you knew Brock was coming back? And then the little pause that Heyman took before he responded. It's stuff like that. Like, my thing is seeing, and even Jericho does it. But Jericho has always been on a whole different level. My thing is, and I think this is what Jamie is trying to say, yo, if you're coming back, I'm going to be honest with you. I watched the Brock Lesnar come back. I think I watched the CM Punk thing one time.
Yep.
But the Brock Lesnar thing, I kept watching because I'm like, yo, this is so bananas.
So let me ask you a question. I get what you're saying. I do believe that Brock Lesnar comeback was bigger than CM Punk. But do you feel as if CM Punk came back as far as his comeback was at the beginning of the show? It was nothing.
His comeback was to spite WWE. It wasn't his love for wrestling. I'm talking about the placement of where he came back. Like,
I think it was bad.
That's what I'm saying. Because you got Brock who came back at the end of the show, and that's the when the show went up before the show went off the air.
See, first of all, that's WWE's way of doing stuff, right? Yeah. And two, it set up a story.
That's true.
But AEW doesn't have, and I keep saying it over and over, and we're gonna move on from
that's true. No, I agree.
But what they don't have is storylines. They don't have good plots. Mm-hmm. The stuff that Dre was
there's nothing that makes me say I want to see AEW tomorrow.
But see, the problem with AEW that what Dre was talking about is that you have to look at the little small innuendo things, the little small things that make storylines. They don't have that yet.
No, they don't.
They don't know how to build.
But that's because look where they come from. Look where they come from. They come from places where, like you said, you just have crazy, dope matches.
Right.
And
also they focusing on the names that's coming in there to make the company bigger. But everybody's focusing on who's coming next instead of focusing on like the storyline, the build up. And honestly, I can say that, yeah, you're right. WWE got better build ups as far as matches is concerned.
And see, here's
history behind their matches, like as far as like
the problem.
Set everything up.
The guys who are running AEW come from these promotions that just promote shows and not plots for TV shows.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know why the first All Out was so dope? They promoted that for a year.
Mm-hmm.
They took a year.
Are you talking about All Out or All In?
All In, pardon me. They took a year and promoted that show. And it was people from all different companies, all the indie companies that could come together. They guys, this guy. But they had to build a storyline from YouTube and all of that, because if you don't build storylines and plots, there's nothing to get us there. And with the CM Punk thing, it was just based on, we know he's there. We told y'all he's there. And we're going to bring him at the beginning of the show because the pop is going to be good because he's home. For me, if they would put CM Punk, like, we know he's going to be there. But if he would have knocked out Jericho or knocked out Cody Rhodes or somebody like that. And the first thing you saw was him holding the chair, and the camera came up across his body and left it like, oh, is this going to be a feud? Is this going to be? I want to let you guys know that the first person that I want to fight is Darby.
So basically you're saying if he would have did a Sean Spears, if he would have came in like Sean Spears did, then it would have been more meaningful.
If he would have came in,
I'm saying if he was in the same position as a Sean Spears, when Sean Spears first came there, what did he do? He hit Cody with a chair, right? It bust his head wide open.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
it would have set up for a better storyline if he would have did it with Jericho, because they already have history with each other.
No, not a better storyline, a storyline.
Yeah, that's true.
At the end of the day,
there's no storyline in CM Punk's coming back.
At the end of the day, AEW, the difference between AEW, the difference between both of them, AEW is more like a ECW, where just like an ECW had really one storyline.
No. Go ahead. Say it. Go ahead.
And that was Raven and Tommy Dreamer.
Okay.
That is really the only storyline they ever had.
And that's why.
And that was a great storyline too.
That's why too. And that's why.
But this is the thing. You have two. But this is the thing. You got two different fans. You got the fans that appreciate the storyline. They appreciate the build-up. But then you got these hardcore marks, and they just want the match. They just want matches. So you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the argument is always going to be there.
But the problem is, for weekly TV, you need a story. For weekly,
I think part of it too, Jamie, is the fact
weekly episodic shows, you need a storyline. You need something to bridge you from Monday to Monday, from Wednesday to Wednesday. You need
just give me Tuesday to Friday. I don't want Monday.
Let me say this. I think the reason why they didn't do something like that with CM Punk is because those are two WWE guys. Let's keep that real. Let's keep that, understand that. That's like everybody always say, they get all these guys from WWE.
They did it for pop value. They knew starting the show off with this guy was going to be a hell of a pop, and they made sure it was at his house.
But I think that's why they went that route with the reality. Because
you know why they went that route? Because they don't know how to do storylines.
They know how to do storylines, but if you already seen the storyline between
storyline they have.
No, I'm not saying they do. What I'm saying is that
that's what you just said, bro.
I figured. What I mean.
I'm going to mute you.
What I mean is this. I mean, they probably worked on the storyline, right?
They did.
But I feel they probably just was like, yo, we don't want to see. I know AEW fans don't want to see a Jericho versus CM Punk because they see that already in WWE. So why?
Yo, Will, you've been muted.
Right now, the only story they got is Heyman Page and the Elite.
You're talking craziness. That's going to take
a break for a minute because he got a baby coming. That's the only storyline they got.
You just chatting, bro.
Just chatting. All right.
Think about it.
Let's get more overrated wrestlers.
I'm going to the next one.
All right.
I'm going to the next one. I got one.
Ooh.
To me, he might be one of the biggest ever. The Ultimate Warrior.
On my list. Definitely on my list.
I'm a Warrior fan. I was a Warrior kid, man. So
definitely.
I was a Warrior fan too, but he had like 3 moves.
Name me 5 classic Ultimate Warrior matches.
I can't.
I can only name 2. No, I can name 3. Hogan,
Macho
Rude,
Man. How about Macho Man?
Jake
the Snake.
Legendary? Classic?
No.
No, sir.
Hogan, Rude, Macho Man. That's it.
Guess what? To me,
you think Rick Rude was overrated?
No.
He said the best matches Warrior had.
Best matches he's ever had.
Yeah.
When you look at somebody and say if they're overrated or if they're a great wrestler, to me it has to be, are you a good wrestler? That's number 1. Can you talk? Is your promo game good? And do you have that it factor?
Oh, well, I got 2.
Macho Man had 1. He had the it factor. Because the character was above anything that we could really understand.
And he lived the character. He lived the kayfabe.
Yeah.
He was so high all the time, you never knew what he was saying. I think that's what made those promos. The Thunder Gods are eating chicken wings from 99 on the mountains of Triceratops. Crush Hogan. Like,
man.
I'm the warrior.
It was trash. It was trash.
I never knew what he was saying.
Hogan,
And we ain't know no better when he was younger.
you
We ain't know
are.
no better.
I was like,
Oh my
what?
God.
Macho
Nah,
Man.
these promos were funny,
Macho
though.
Because
Man.
the demons of the North Pole.
My favorite one, I think, is when he had
Macho Man,
It was
don't
about
you
the
know
series.
that pit bulls wear Jordans in the summertime? And
Pit
I'm
bulls
gonna
wear
drink
Jordans.
Arizona.
my favorite one is when he was with the
Boy,
Warriors.
the power of
Yes!
wrestling.
Yo,
That
Will!
was my favorite
Yo!
one.
That's my favorite!
Yo, I was like,
What?
yo, what are you doing, son? He just
What
rapped
happened?
the bouncers.
Which
That
one?
was my favorite one.
He started rapping all of them on tape. It was-
Oh my
it was
God.
the Road Warriors. He just started rapping everybody up on tape, and I'm sitting there like, yo, what are you doing, son?
Oh,
What's your favorite Ultimate Warrior feud?
Mine's?
Yeah, anybody.
It had to be with the
Papa Shango.
Rick Rude.
Macho.
Papa Shango was dope
Papa
because he
Shango.
yo, I ain't gonna lie, it scared the living. Yo, it scared me so much. I thought he was really like, yeah, he was throwing up the
The
black
one with
stuff.
Papa Shango.
Yeah, that one
When
was.
when Jake Roberts was trying to get rid of all them spirits in him and help him with his fair caskets.
Word.
Now you know it's bad.
Remember that?
Yes, I do. Now you know it's
man.
bad when your biggest feud is with Papa Shango. Like your most memorable feud is with Papa Shango.
Nah, my memorable for you.
That was for me.
I gotta say Macho.
Rick Rude. I would say Rick Rude. Rick Rude is one of mine. Because Rick Rude used to always have the tights, and he used to always have the, one, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, Rick Rude was.
And then they
always-
actually fought for both belts. They fought for the Intercontinental and they fought for the World title.
Yeah, so Rick Rude was one of my favorite matches.
To me, he had the it value, and that's what got him the belts. Because if you listen to
He did beat the man with 3 H's in 11
And then
seconds.
you gotta look at the era we was in. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
if you listen to anybody who wrestled against him, they hated fighting him.
Yeah.
They
You know
loved
what I
him.
said, right?
They loved
You
him
know what I
before he
said, right?
died. They loved him when he changed and got some kind of deliverance. But while he was in there wrestling, nah, they couldn't stand dude.
I said he did beat the man with 3 H's in 11 seconds at WrestleMania 11.
That match was trash.
It was trash.
And he wasn't even the man with 3 H's, really.
It was Hunter Hearst Thompson.
And that's when he was trash.
Yo, he was.
All right,
Who
who
had
else,
that same gimmick from WCW?
who else has somebody else?
I
I
got
say
some.
The Miz.
I can't agree with that.
Yo,
I'm gonna
mute this
say that.
nigga.
I
Mute
can't agree with
the
that.
I'm gonna say that.
Mute him now.
This is my opinion,
What's your-
bro.
Mute him now.
What's your reasons?
I think he's boring, bro.
Mute him
I
now.
think he's boring. I
How?
think he's really
How?
boring. In my opinion, I really don't like. I'm not a real. Yeah. He's
So
boring.
you never watched those matches with Dolph?
That's the only match I knew he was on in that match. Any other
He
match?
had with
Oh,
Dolph
no,
with
I
Daniel
knew-
Bryan.
Yeah,
Because I ain't gonna hold you. One of the matches where Alex Riley was dope. He had a couple
Daniel
of
Bryan
joints
one
with
was
John
dope?
Cena. Yeah. The match with him. First of all, him and R-Truth had a couple of classics when they was in that tag team.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what my problem is?
The
I just
joint
can't-
with him and Daniel Bryan, that feud alone.
I'm gonna say this. My problem with the Miz is that I can't ever take him seriously, ever. Like no matter what match or what feud he's in, I never take him seriously. And I think I like the Miz. Don't get me wrong. I just think he overrated with as far as his characters concerned because it's like everybody.
His moveset is blah, but you can't deny the mic skills. The mic skills is there.
Okay, but here we go. Let's go to the three things that make a good wrestler.
Yeah, hear me?
Wrestling skills and the mic work. What does he have?
Yeah.
Wait.
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear you. What you say?
Wrestling skills, promos, and the it factor.
He got promos in the it factor as a heel.
He's a great heel.
He's a great heel.
He's a great heel.
I hate when he's a face.
But I agree with Will. It's hard to take him serious.
Thank you.
Hard to take him serious.
And then every feud he's been in, you can't not take this man serious. I don't like he's been the same guy as in every feud that he had, bro. Like, let's keep it real. Like,
just look at what they say is his top 10 matches. The Miz versus CM Punk, Cyber Sunday, 2007. Does anybody remember it? No. And that was number 1. Number 2, The Miz versus CM Punk versus John Morrison. In 07.
That was an ECW.
That was for the ECW belt. Anybody?
That was. I remember that. That was a good match. That was more so because John Morrison was in it.
I don't remember anything from the CM Punk era. I blacked out. The Miz versus Mark Henry versus Matt Hardy versus Chavo Guerrero and
Don't remember at all.
The Miz versus John Morrison versus Kane.
No.
This is
anything with the WWE version of ECW. I don't know nothing at all.
The name, the rest of these wrestlers. Hey, Will, I'm with you. Overrated.
Thank you.
I'm with you. That doesn't happen often.
Now that you put that list up, I'm gonna agree.
Oh man,
Okay.
look at Will with a win.
Look at what
You finally did some homework. You finally did homework.
Will got a win.
I did.
Okay.
But Jamie read that list. I'm like, yeah, it's a no for me.
Yo, tell me, yo.
All right, I'm up. I've got one, and you knew I was going to
Just hit one.
I want to guess. I want to guess. I think I know who you're gonna pick.
Who is it?
I didn't even go yet.
Oberg.
You damn right.
He on everybody's list.
You damn right.
Yo, here's why I'm gonna disagree with you.
What? Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're bugging.
Now you're bugging.
Here's why.
Go ahead.
No, here's why I'm gonna disagree with you.
Sure.
Cause that's a given. That's a given. Like no, like you, like to me, that's an automatic. Like you should pick somebody else. Like everybody knows Goldberg is overrated. Like
no.
I got somebody.
Because
I got
here's the
somebody
thing.
for you.
No, here's the thing. Some people put him on the level of like Brock Lesnar now.
Yeah.
That's BS.
no, name me a classic Goldberg match. I'll wait.
Nothing.
Hold on.
Nothing.
Drake.
Goldberg and Kevin Nash, where you knocked them.
I'm the one bringing this up. I'm
Almost came in with the taser.
Which one where you knocked himself out? That was with Kevin Nash, right?
Nah, wasn't
No,
that
that's
Bret
the one
Hart?
with the taser.
No, he knocked himself out though. It was one of them. He knocked himself out. When he
I
ran
don't
to
know.
the turnbuckle.
No,
I don't know.
it wasn't the turnbuckle. It was Bret Hart. It was when he tried to spit Bret Hart, and Bret Hart had the stop sign.
Oh yeah, the
and
plate.
he went, yeah, he went mad fast, and he really like knocked himself out.
Listen.
And
That's probably why he concussed. That's probably why he concussed Bret. That was payback. He concussed Bret.
Listen, Goldberg might be the most overrated wrestler of all time.
I'm sticking with CM Punk, but God.
Bro.
Goldberg is on my list, but
Goldberg.
I'm sticking with CM Punk.
Goldberg for
Bro,
me.
let's keep it 100. Goldberg still comes in and has. I wouldn't even say. Well, now his last match lasts longer than the other match. Yeah,
Well,
all right. I'm getting mine. I was just being nice.
Hold on.
Right.
Well, we like you. We like you.
Hold on.
We gave you the Miz.
Hold on. I got this.
Good.
I got this. Goldberg's top 10 matches. Ready? Let's just start there. Because I've been waiting for this guy. Number one, Goldberg versus Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh,
Nice.
Havoc.
Next.
Along with that match.
Halloween Havoc. Yep.
Hold on. Wait, Will. Don't. I'm gonna get there. Goldberg versus Scott Steiner.
Trash.
Goldberg versus Chris Jericho. Bad Blood.
Trash.
Goldberg.
I remember that.
Of course you don't. Goldberg versus Scott.
No, I said I remember it.
Oh. We'll get the thing from Men in Black and erase your memory about that, because that was trash too.
No. All of them was trash. But I'm saying I remember it.
Goldberg versus Bret Hart. Starrcade. 99.
Trash because he ended Bret's career. Trash.
Goldberg versus Kevin Nash.
Why is that even in the top? Why is that even his top matches?
He don't have anything.
Just because there's no
people he wrestled. That's why. It's the people
Goldberg versus Kevin Nash. I'm just gonna run through Goldberg versus Sid Vicious. Another horrific.
He's another one. But anyway, go ahead.
Goldberg versus Terry Bollea. All trash. Okay.
And the only reason why that's memorable is because he was still undefeated. He was living in the hype. That's the only reason why.
Now, Goldberg's matches usually last. Like, the average Goldberg match is under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Career-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what they built him up with in WCW. And to me, honestly, Goldberg is one of the guys that should have never came to the WWE. His persona, what they built in WCW, might not ever get to that level again.
They'll never get to that level again. Because they built him up.
That undefeated streak was just horrific. And he was just like taking people out in seconds.
Yeah.
Like
he was there to Tonka.
He was worse than that, bro. That was their Taker.
Nah, I say Tatanka because Tatanka was undefeated for like 2 years. For no reason.
On a streak, bro.
I think Sting was. Oh, you talking about the streak? Oh, yeah. All right.
At one time, I thought he would never ever lose.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Yeah.
Okay. These are his longest matches, and when you look at them, you can tell it wasn't really because of him. Number 1, Goldberg versus Triple H versus Kane, Armageddon. That match was 19 and 28 minutes.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
But
who won that match?
Let's see.
They better not have him in Brock Lesnar the first match that they had. What was that at the Garden? That
was the worst match I ever seen in my third.
You talking about with Stone Cold as the special guest referee?
Yeah, WrestleMania 20. That was terrible, bro.
Number 2, Goldberg. Goldberg versus Triple H, Unforgiven.
Broke his neck.
14 minutes and 57 seconds. Again, it's because Triple H was there.
Because he carried them.
Of course.
Any long match he's ever had is because somebody carried him.
Goldberg versus Steiner.
I agree.
W Fall Brawl 2000. 13 minutes and 50 seconds. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. I think you guys were just talking about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
13 minutes and 43 seconds. I hate that match. Goldberg versus The Rock. 13 minutes. The Rock carried.
Trash.
Goldberg versus Bret Hart. 12 minutes. That was Starrcade 99.
That's when he did the game of concussion.
Goldberg versus Triple H. 11 minutes and 45 seconds. Goldberg versus Kevin Nash. 11 minutes and 20 seconds. Goldberg versus DDP, which is, they say, is his greatest match. 10 minutes and 29 seconds. And then, probably one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my life, Goldberg versus The Undertaker at WWE Super Showdown.
Oh, let's not even mention that, please.
9 and 35.
Please don't mention that. Please don't mention that.
So, but can we say something? You mentioned Goldberg versus Brock, right? Can we agree that WrestleMania was probably the worst WrestleMania ever? 20? Yes, it was bad. It was bad.
The worst?
I would say the worst. I'll have that up on my list at the top. Like, yeah, the worst WrestleMania ever. To me, in my opinion.
I don't know if I got it.
I think so.
I don't know.
I think so. Name a WrestleMania that was worse than that one. Okay.
We're going to go look at the card really quickly. I'm already there.
That was John Cena versus Big Show for the United States.
Big Show. Booker T and Rob Van Dam defeated the Dudley Boys. Christian defeated Jericho. Evolution defeated The Rock and Sock Connection.
I remember that one. Yeah, that one was pretty
bad, bro. That was the worst.
Yeah.
Victoria Holly. I don't know. I could say some of the early ones were pretty bad too. We're gonna have to do a show on that.
Yeah, word.
I have to get my research together and do one. All right, Dre, you got another most overrated wrestler?
I have one. I ain't go yet.
There you go.
Oh, I did.
Let Cisco go, y'all.
Thank you. Jeff Jarrett.
Oh man, I disagree.
You disagree?
So, yo, Cisco, I'm gonna tell you, you in the vein, bro. I'm gonna tell you why you in the vein. I've literally for the past month been watching the Nitros. Cisco will tell you, because I always tell him, like, I love Wolfpack, so I always go back to WCW every now and then to watch the Nitros. But I saw a YouTube clip from when Sting kind of had his last title reign, when he had the short haircut, but he still had the face mask. Mm-hmm. Right. And at that time, that's when Jarrett was trying to be the face of WCW. And that's when he was doing the whole slap nuts thing and all that, and couldn't draw. So I actually watched when he laid down and let Hogan pin him, and Vince Russo took the... And I'm just sitting there like, yo, Jeff Jarrett couldn't draw if you gave him a pencil.
Listen, look at TNA. Look at TNA.
Jeff Jarrett,
you're the face of the company. You're the president.
In TNA. I'm not gonna let you do that tonight,
bro. But he was the owner. Of course, he's not gonna be bad. He's the owner.
TNA was actually good. I think TNA was better than AEW right now.
But who was the one carrying in those matches that he had? It wasn't him.
I don't think, honestly, to me, in my opinion, he was good on the mic. He had great character, great charisma. As far as his ring moves, he had the same moves, so I wouldn't say it was like that bad. I don't think he was bad in WWF. I think
but he did not have the it factor.
So he still had 2 out of the 3.
Huh?
Can we agree with that?
What?
That he had 2 out of the 3 that makes you.
I agree.
He's a good wrestler, and
he was. Really?
He wasn't a bad wrestler, bro.
He wasn't a bad wrestler, bro.
He was not.
Go back and watch some of those matches. Jeff Jarrett versus Kurt Angle in TNA.
Kurt Angle carried that match.
Jeff Jarrett was not a bad wrestler.
Jeff Jarrett versus Kurt Angle.
I will not say that. Even in your house, Jeff Jarrett versus Shawn Michaels, great match.
Listen, you go back and watch
Jeff
Jarrett, Kurt Angle.
That WCW title reign alone puts him on the list.
And then WCW sucks.
Dre, you got
WCW run. I know. No, I don't want to hear it. Will.
No. What I'm going to say is this. You got to understand where WCW was at the time. They was they was done, bro. It was done already.
He still sucked.
What I'm saying is this: he's had some great matches. Jeff Jarrett versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
You can't say he's a bad wrestler.
Let me ask you a question. Do you agree that TNA then was better than AEW now?
Yes.
TNA was great. Great.
Yes.
Jared knows wrestling.
Yes.
Okay, Jared knows wrestling, but he's still, to me, he's overrated. Sorry.
Okay, that's your opinion. Overrated. And I promise I won't mute you because of it. Even though I feel like you're wrong. All right. Anybody else got an overrated wrestler? Because I got another one, but I'll let somebody else go.
So you're going to pick Hulk Hogan the next one.
His name is Terry Bollea.
I have one.
I do, but Greg, go ahead.
I got a couple, but go ahead.
Whew.
Don't go crazy. My mute button works.
I got one. Ken Shamrock.
No.
I can't agree on that.
This is really gonna be a discussion.
Please don't say Stone Cold.
I'm not even giving Shamrock the time of day.
I'm not even getting right. He doesn't even deserve.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna hate me for this.
Go ahead.
But for in-ring performance alone, not promos.
Let me get my mute button.
Not the history. Just for in-ring performance alone, Ric Flair.
Mute his mic, please. Thank you.
I don't care.
Mute that man. I'll be right back.
All right.
Make it stop.
Great.
Make it stop.
I said for in-ring performance alone.
Are you nuts?
You gonna tell me he was a good wrestler?
Yes.
All right, I'm out. All right, that's it. Okay. You don't even gotta mute. You don't even gotta mute me. I'll mute myself.
I'm glad because that's blasphemy.
That's the dumbest thing. The nigga just sat there and chopped and then got beat on for yo, you bugging. If y'all niggas sat here gonna tell me Ric Flair is a good wrestler.
So he wasn't he wasn't good at making you believe that he was breaking down somebody's leg, like for real.
Ric Flair was not a good wrestler. He had other people in there that made him look good. Ric Flair was not a good wrestler. And you can't sit there and tell me you really believe that. You can't tell me you believe that.
Nobody sells a match better than Ric Flair besides Shawn Michaels.
Ric Flair is not a good wrestler.
You're
and
nuts.
the fact
you're crazy.
He's a good storyteller, though.
If you think that.
You're crazy.
But he's got two. Okay. But he's got 2 out of 3. He's got 2 out of 3.
He's got all 3. He's got all 3.
No, he doesn't. No. Just like y'all sat there and talked about Bobby Roode, Rick Rude and all them carrying the Ultimate Warrior. That's what freaking Ricky the Dragon Steamboat did. That's what Sting did. That's what Dusty Rhodes did. Like, stop it.
Are you crazy?
Yo.
Wait, okay.
Y'all going off of his name.
So let me ask you a question.
Going off of his name.
So let me ask you a question. You think Dusty Rhodes was a great wrestler?
Hell no. But he knew the business.
You don't know wrestling. So then you don't know wrestling. And that's
think Dusty Rhodes is a good wrestler?
And that's okay too. Because let me tell you something.
You think Dusty Rhodes is a good wrestler?
Let me tell you something. You have to go by.
You think Dusty Rhodes is a good wrestler?
Hold on. You know what your problem is, Dre? Your problem is that you're stuck between the era of 1993 and 97, maybe 99. And you think the only people that know how to wrestle are the people from that era. And there are so many different styles of wrestling. The wrestling that Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair and them did came from a different time.
I just told you.
So you telling me
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? I just said that. I gave you Ricky.
You're crazy.
I'll give you Harley Race.
You're crazy. So what you telling me?
I'll give you Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, who at one point, to me, is still the measuring stick for tag team wrestling. But if you're going to sit here and tell me, now I'm not denying that the nigga don't have classics. That's not what I'm saying. But let's be honest. Those classics happened because of who he wrestled.
No.
Are we talking about
those matches are not classic without him?
Because he was a good. So good selling makes you that eliminates everything else that you can do. I just want clarity.
What can he do?
That's all the nigga does most of the matches. This is him. This is Ric Flair. You get a knuckle, a chop, a knuckle, a chop. Then somebody reverses it. He flips over into the turnbuckle, comes back, does his little dance thing, and then drops on the floor. He does that for 45 freaking minutes.
Oh, no figure four? That doesn't count either?
Okay. After what?
What's up with the knee drop? He do the knee drop.
He does a suplex.
That is such an agile move. That is so amazing. I want to see you knee drop 20 times.
But then, listen, if you say that for him, then you say that for all the old wrestlers. So they only had a few moves.
No, that's not true. Because Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was an amazing wrestler.
But he was a different type of wrestler than Ric Flair.
Now he's a different.
Wait.
You got Hulk Hogan, got a few. Yeah, go ahead.
Also, be even more clear about that point, Will, because that's a great point. Steamboat did not fit that era of wrestling. He was the future. He was the foretelling of what wrestling.
He fit the 90s. He fit the 90s.
He was like the future. He was like the foretelling of what 90s and late 80s wrestling would become.
So you mean to tell me?
But for that era,
this is why I emphasize
drag, suplex, body slam.
Stupid. It's stupid.
So then you're telling me all of wrestling before 85 or 90 was bad?
Stupid. And I'm gonna mute myself because it's.
No, I muted you.
You didn't need to mute me because I was muting.
I muted you because.
Stupid.
I'm driving right now, guys, so I'm gonna put my camera on.
Who got somebody else?
Because his name is Ric Flair, y'all giving him a pass.
They had great matches. I can't front. Mute.
Okay. Cisco, go ahead, man.
Lex Luger.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
Yo, I was gonna say him before I said Ric Flair.
Definitely Lex Luger.
I mean,
agree. Come on.
He can't talk. He can't wrestle. He can't talk. He can't wrestle.
He was dangerous in the ring.
I'm gonna say this. I agree and disagree at the same time.
You can't disagree with that. He had
a lot of good cues. He was part of the Four Horsemen.
He was part of the Four Horsemen for like 3 months.
The Narcissist, he had Bobby the Brain Heenan as his manager. The Narcissist was a great character in my opinion. He really had a few moves. He had a few moves. Don't get me wrong, but
a bionic elbow, really? A bionic elbow. A bionic forearm.
Come on, he was interested to watch, man. Come on.
Will, you stretching it, bro. You gonna let that
the dude had a mirror standing in the ring so he could look at himself.
It was a dope character, but altogether,
wrong person for that character.
I got one that's gonna make y'all mad.
Who?
Trish freaking Stratus.
Mute yourself, man.
Who mad about that?
Me and Dre. Come on, Dre.
Mute yourself, man.
I'm all right. No.
She didn't get dope to the end of her career.
She was never dope. She's not.
She had dope matches. She had dope match. That leader feud.
Yeah, she did have some good matches, bro.
Leader.
Okay. Yeah.
Trash.
That match was trash.
The only women worse than her are the Bella Twins.
Yo, this guy.
Only one of them though. I can't disagree with that.
Only one of them though.
I hate them both. They're a disgrace to women wrestling.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Wait, did you say I hate them both?
I hate them both. They were a disgrace to.
Only one of them was bad, man. To me, in my opinion.
Both of them. I hate them.
Oh, the botch twins. That's what they call them. That's what should be called. The botch twins.
I got one more because
out of history of women wrestling, wrestlers, right? Who's the worst that you ever seen?
The Bellas. I hate them.
Oh man.
I hate them more than I hate John Cena.
Yo.
Kelly.
Wow.
That's a lot of hate.
Wow.
Because everybody knows I hate John Cena.
He said Tori.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to one of the most the most wealthiest WWE personalities though.
That's crazy.
Fact.
20 million.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about overratedness.
Well, we already know she's overrated.
Let's stay on topic.
Shout out to the bag. Shout out to the bag.
Dawn Marie.
Oh, Dawn Marie sucked.
The great Khali.
Don Maurice, absolutely. Great Khali.
He's not a woman, Will.
No, now
he's overrated.
He's not a woman.
Just name it.
No, he's not a woman.
I wasn't talking about the women.
I know he got long hair, but we talking about women.
Yo.
All right.
No, I got on topic. I was just like saying, like, you know, we still talk about, overrated wrestling.
We are.
This nigga said
Jinder Mahal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The big.
Yes.
Cowboy Bob.
You're not gonna do that. That's a legend. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I can't hit nobody. That can hit me?
The Road Warrior.
Dre, you're about to get cut off the show, like the whole show. I got the Big Show. I got Bumtista.
Natural disasters.
Yeah.
How you mute me?
I didn't mute you.
Yes, you did.
I got muted too.
I didn't do it. And if
I can't hit nobody, yo.
And if I did,
Jamie got Candyman in his house.
Oh man. The Boogeyman.
Don't count.
The Boogeyman. I'm coming to get you.
Does anybody have any actual real wrestlers that we're gonna name, or is this show over? Because you guys are
big boss man.
Whoa.
Nah, bro.
Does he count?
I got
Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil. Definitely Virgil.
I don't know.
Crash.
Boss man, though.
Ted DiBiase.
No.
Whoa.
Crash.
As a wrestler?
Crash won the title. He won a title.
Crash. He won a hardcore title.
What title he won?
That's a 24-hour championship.
I thought he won the European title.
He won that. He won a hardcore title. Yo.
Mick Foley.
Wrong. You're wrong. You're dead wrong for that.
Sorry, hold on. What did you say,
Dead wrong for that.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay. I was trying to...
He's just calling out names now. He's like Mick Foley. Nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
I'm trying to think.
Sid Vicious.
Glacier.
Now you just naming regular people. Well, you know what? This show is over.
Ice Train.
Ice Train.
Ice Train.
Before we get to Sid Vicious, you don't think Batista's overrated in the ring?
Yes, he's on my list.
I said Bumtista.
He's over, bro. He's overrated.
He's on my list.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Cisco said Sid Vicious. I'm talking about Batista.
Nah,
both.
Sid Vicious, I don't think Sid Vicious is overrated.
I'm gonna run my list real quick. Trish Stratus, Kenny Omega, the Bellas.
Wait.
Cisco tight. Cisco is tight.
Wait. Now, let's
you can't.
Which one? Wait. Which one? Are we talking about New Japan? Or are we talking about AEW one?
Over.
Because there's difference.
They both bad.
Overrated.
No, they're not. No, they're both not. No, they're not.
Overrated.
Everybody, all of them.
New Japan.
all of them.
New Japan. Kenny Omega. No.
In New Japan, he was good, but he was overrated. They was trying to say he was the best in the world, bro.
Oh,
Kenny Omega.
He still had dope matches.
You're bugging, bro.
Yeah, he had great matches in New Japan.
Let me ask you a question.
Overrated.
At the top of their games, Kenny Omega or AJ Styles?
AJ, come on.
AJ Styles. Why is this a question?
Come on, that's not. It shouldn't be asked.
AJ, bro.
Kenny should never be in the realm of the greatest in the world, the greatest wrestler in the industry.
I'll put Seth Rollins over Kenny.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. Y'all gonna hate me for it? Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes, but this is what I'm saying. We can name multiple people over Kenny Omega, but they were holding this guy to like.
No. I think he's overrated. I think Shinsuke overrated.
Oh,
Bye, Will.
I think he's overrated.
Go finish driving. Your car.
Button. There it is. Because you're wild.
Shinsuke Nakamura is dope.
Not
in WWE or in New Japan. He's dope.
He's probably better than New Japan, but I don't think WWE.
That he used to get.
Bye, Will.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion, bro.
Got one of the greatest entrances right now.
My ex-girlfriend didn't even like wrestling. I took her to NXT, and she was like, "That Asian guy."
Yo, my ex used to call him. She was like, "Look at the crackhead guy." She loved his entrance. As soon as that music came out, she's like, "That's the crackhead guy."
Telling you.
Nah, he's not bad. I don't know. I just didn't really. I'm not really. I don't know. I guess the hype behind him to me wasn't really like, didn't really do it much for me. Like how y'all feel about, yeah, he's not doing much. So.
All right.
My opinion.
So my whole was Bill Goldberg, Ultimate Warrior, Lex Luger, Kevin Nash, Terry Bollea, Bautista, Big Slow, the Bellas, Kenny Overrated, and Trish Stratus.
You missing somebody. You're missing somebody.
Jamie Noble. Noble.
Dean Ambrose. John Moxley.
Yes. I can agree, yeah.
Yes.
I can agree.
He's on my list.
Overrated.
Yeah, I agree.
He's trying to build him
like this. They're trying to build him like a fake Stone Cold. It's not working.
Would. Never would.
He's on my list.
Yeah, I'll put him on my list as well.
Anybody else want to read their list straight down? Quickly?
I mean, me and you pretty much got the same ones except for the I just got Dean and Jeff added to that. But everybody else I named the same. And Great Khali.
I got Bautista, Ric Flair.
That's crazy.
This is my list. CM Punk. I can't remember the guy's name. Ahmed Johnson.
Oh yeah, definitely word.
Good one.
That's it.
Ahmed Johnson, that was a good one.
I forgot the next.
Ahmed Johnson.
I got don't hate me. I got Stevie Ray.
Don't disrespect the culture. Jesus Christ.
I'm disrespecting the culture. Stevie Ray. Yo.
He said Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray. I got The Miz. I got of course Great Khali. Man. I would say Goldberg. I don't think I'll put Hogan up there, even though I want to. He had a few moves, but I'm not gonna say Hogan. John Moxley, of course, and that's Shinsuke Nakamura. That's it.
Okay, so we are done tonight, but I would love if you guys could follow these small instructions, and please text me your list. Each of you, text me your list.
Sure. I'm gonna text it right now.
I'm gonna put a nice little graphic together, and I'm gonna
text it when I get home because I'm driving.
I'll remind you because you won't do it. I'm gonna put it on a nice graphic, and I'm gonna put it on the page and see what the people think about each of our lists. All right. So listen, this has been a dope show. As always, it's great talking to you guys. Are you turning on the shower, Cisco? Jesus, bro, we're still on the air.
Relax. I'm here.
Follow us.
I'm getting ready. Yes.
All social media platforms. Bearded Wrestling on YouTube, on Facebook, and Instagram is bearded_wrestling. You can follow Cisco on his wrestling page at _ Warbucks.
Yes, _Daddy_Warbucks.
All of what he said. You can follow Dre on his regular page, not his church page, his regular page, and Bowles No 1983. But you follow us on Bearded Wrestling. Hopefully these guys will send some content and we can put it all out. Until next time, guys, we're gonna holler at y'all. Peace.